Okay, hi. Um, Look, listen. I just thought of something really, really dumb. Well, I mean, not really dumb, but you know the fact that Sisyphus is meant to have like an infinite loop. He's never meant to be able to escape his punishment. He's always stuck rolling the boulder up the hill. I feel like the music also fits that. Like, not because like, oh, he's gonna win and bullshit, but if you listen to the start and the end, listen, look. And then look, if you go right to the end, around here, it's the same. It's the exact same. They play the same sound. They play everything the same. So I feel like people completely overlook this because not once have I ever seen someone that, like, people have always just mentioned the fact that like the hopeful shit where it's like like that sort of shit, like that people mention that because like he thinks he's gonna be like hopeful, he thinks he's having fun, like all that shit. I feel like that's kind of like the least of your worries at this point because I feel like this is just a lot more apparent. It repeats it every single time the song plays through, every single time it plays through in the game, it will play that part at the start and that part at the end. It, to me, it looks like it kind of symbolizes him being stuck, because no matter where he starts with that music, he ends with the same music. It's just a complete cycle. It's the same as him rolling the boulder. He rolls the boulder all the way to the end. Like, look, because right at the end, right before this part, like right before that is the like climax. That's the climax. That's the climax of the music, which is the same. It's literally the same. It climbs up. It goes to the climax slowly. He goes to the climax, hits the top of the hill. He hits the top of the mountain, whatever it's called. I don't know. As far as he can go. That's the climax. He pushes as hard as he possibly can. And then, right at the end, it rolls all the way back down, and he starts again, which is why it ends in the same way. I haven't seen anybody think of this, and I feel like this is kind of like actually kind of big. Maybe it's not really important, but I feel like nobody's really pointed this out, and I feel like this kind of like solidifies it. That he just knew he wasn't going to win, because even his music, the thing that he's like his music, the thing that he's close to most well known for, alongside the fact that he's in P2 and it's his moves, like this hits the hardest because it's there every single time you play. What's it called? Every single time you play this game, every single time you play P2 the level, every time you play Prime Sanctum 2, the second Prime Sanctum, you will hear this music when you complete it fully every single time. Maybe not the ending, but the start will be the same every single time. It's the same start. And the start is also at the end. It is just the cycle. It's like, and like, yes, it fades off, but that is literally just because it's music. That's forced to be like that. If it didn't phase off, it would be like, it would sound dumb. It would sound really weird, and it wouldn't fit music, right? Because usually when a piece of music ends, it like slowly fades out, or maybe it doesn't slowly fade out, but like let's say it goes from using like 10 instruments to 5 to 1, and then it stops. But this doesn't, because it uses the same guitar, so you can't really go down. It's because it's using one, or like guitar or something like that. Not guitar. Forgot the name of it. Banjo, something like that. I forgot the name. It uses that, and it uses that just for the end and the start, so you can't really go down from 1, so it has to slowly go quieter. Story starts quiet, ends quiet. Nothing changed. It's just like his text. Doomed from the start. He literally references it in his text. Doomed from the start. His music starts quiet. It ends quiet. He starts his voice, like whenever he's speaking as well, he doesn't speak loudly. The only time he speaks loudly is when he says, I think, eager. But otherwise than that, he's practically just talking to you. He's not shouting. He's not like Minos. he was very loud. His voice was echoing at that point. You could like basically hear it no matter where you were. Sisyphus, he didn't make massive gestures. Like the biggest gesture he made was the like him spreading his arms. But no, I feel like Sisyphus is like that also like embodies the attack. Most of his attacks are sneak attacks. Like what's it called? The one where he does like this hand karate chop. He teleports behind you to do that. When he does the roundhouse kick, like every time he teleports as well, there's no sound from when he teleports. He says the move out loud, yes, but whenever he teleports, there's no sound. The only thing you can hear is, let's say he's using, what's it called, you can't escape. You don't hear him teleport, you hear the ground shake. Or not the ground shake, but the ground crack open as he runs across it. There's no sound of him physically stopping behind you. No, it's just the rocks. He himself is quiet. He starts quiet, he goes through it quiet, and he ends quiet. There's no change. It's repetitive. Maybe I'm just being like crazy or something. I don't know. You can like put this into my head or something.